Want to go down a rabbit hole with me? It's that your whole life you've been lied to about what Michael Jackson was doing. My whole life I grew up and I just heard about Michael Jackson was luring kids over to Neverland Ranch and he was a pedophile and he was doing all these inappropriate stuff. He went to court 2 different times for this actually, and both times he was found not guilty or it was dropped. I think that Michael Jackson was actually trying to protect kids, rising child stars, and then was framed to be some kind of a pedophile by the Hollywood elites that wanted to have access to those kids. For example, Macaulay Culkin was one of the most frequent people at Michael Jackson's home, and he would even have sleepovers over there as a kid. Michael Jackson has extensively talked about how much he was abused and exploited when he was a child growing into the entertainment industry. He talks about how abused he was at all aspects. His own dad would just abuse him and exploit him to no ends. People did awful things to him. He has talked about being in extremely adult situations at a very young elementary age. I truly think that they just wanted to smear his name and make him seem like the pedophile or like the creep whenever he was the one actually trying to protect them. Because Macaulay Culkin, you got to think, when he was a kid, he was everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And I think Michael Jackson really was trying to shield him from what could have possibly happened to him, like we saw happen with Justin Bieber, what we know happened with Billie Eilish, what we know happened with all these different, celebrities that start off when they're younger or in their teenage years. It seems like to no end, especially your Nickelodeon Disney kids. Your Nickelodeon and Disney kids, just go look most of them up. Most of them are just really jacked up or have talked about how jacked. Look at Amanda Bynes and the kid from Ned's Declassified that's like a homeless drug addict now. There's just so many of them that turned out just spiraling off the deep end. And I really do think that was one massive smear campaign. And we get lied to so much when it comes to the news and stuff. Like, have you guys ever heard of the lady who spilt a cup of coffee on herself at McDonald's and won millions of dollars? They even put it in a Toby Keith song, spill a cup of coffee, win $1 million. American Idiot was, I don't know if you know what happened with that case. McDonald's, their temperature setting was broke on their coffee machine, and it was 3 times hotter than it ever legally should have been. And when the McDonald's worker handed her the cup, they actually handed it to her with the lid off. So the second she grabbed it, it spilled out on her. She had to go to the hospital for 3rd-degree burns to her private area, to her vagina, and had to get surgery. That's so many people make it like, when Hollywood doesn't like something or the entertainment industry doesn't like something, they run smear campaigns. Toby Keith unknowingly was dragging that lady's name through the mud, not realizing that, oh shit, it wasn't like how they presented it. It was much worse. Somebody literally